Friends, good evening and welcome inside Gold Arena. Welcome to the Delaware Hockey Network, brought to you by the law office of Heather A. Long and the Delaware Blue Hens. ACHA Men's Division I in-conference slate begins with the first of 4 games this season against the Ice Pack of North Carolina State University, making the jump up to ACHA Men's Division I competition this season after spending many years as a Division II powerhouse, one that wrought plenty of havoc on the Delaware Blue Hens men's Division II team in seasons past. This one of the first true tests for Tim Healy's side in their ascent to Division I ACHA competition. James Witherite joining you from the 412 Communications press box at the top of the stands from Gold Arena. Bit of a misnomer, just 6 rows of metal bleachers here in this bandbox of a barn, which was the original home of University of Delaware Blue Hens hockey a half-century ago. Right into a pregame look at the Ice Pack and the Blue Hens, as we go right into the 412 Communications line charts. Back this season, Tim Healy's Ice Pack 5-1-1 in their first ACHA Men's Division I season. And we will see the third line handling starting duties, Jack Ammons, product of the Mercer Chiefs of the NCDC, working alongside Holden Kaufman and Aiden Reedy. Kaufman, the veteran center in this third line, getting the start. 16 goals and 28 assists in an Ice Pack sweater for him through 70 games played. The big offensive producers for the Ice Pack, the top line, Daniel Prasma, 5 goals, 5 apples so far. Zach Herman, big playmaker, leading this team in assists with 9. Jake Gifford, and even 3-3 so far in 7 games played here in his second season with NC State. Between the pipes, we'll see Ethan Roberts getting the call. The Cary, North Carolina native, there we go, who played at UW Eau Claire last season in NCAA Division III competition. 2-1-1 so far in Ice Pack black, white, and red, with a .224 goals against average and a save percentage of .940. On the Delaware side of the red line, it will be the second combination. Leighton Bisadecki, the freshman from Spring Lakes, New Jersey, already pushing 2-point-a-game territory. 4 goals, 3 helpers in 4 games played. He'll be alongside Cody Diaz, the veteran center from Neenah, Wisconsin, and another freshman in Liam Gott on the right wing. Second pair, Pana Presso and newcomer Ryan Warner on the defensive. And the old mainstay between the pipes, Jacob Snellenberg, he's back in front of this home crowd, looking to build on a 1-0 record, a 3.5 goals against average, and a save percentage of .887. Modern media is everybody shouting for attention and no one hearing a darn thing. So how do you get your voice above the fray? 412 Communications has myriad solutions to build bridges between your brand and your team, ranging from broadcast to social, print to digital, and more. Head to 412communications.com. And the Delaware Hockey Network all season long is brought to you by the law office of Heather A. Long. Schedule your free consultation by calling 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com. We're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll take you inside the glass for opening introductions. This is the Delaware Hockey Network, and it is brought to you by the law office of Heather A. Long.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com. Broadcast to social, print to digital, coast to coast, remote or on site, 412 Communications has the solution to bridge your team with your audience. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With over 10 years of treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. With clinics in Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more. There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
And welcome back inside Gold Arena. Go time for Saturday night hockey in the First State. Ice Pack, Blue Hens set to square off in an ACC showdown, first of 4 meetings between these new rivals, and we're going to head inside the glass right now to meet tonight's starting lineups. Once again, hockey fans, good evening, and welcome to Gold Arena on the campus of the University of Delaware. Tonight, the American Collegiate Hockey Association and the Atlantic Coast Collegiate Hockey League present a men's Division I regular season game between the visiting North Carolina State University Ice Pack and your University of Delaware Blue Hens. Let's meet tonight's starting lineups. For the visiting North Carolina State Ice Pack, coached by Tim Healy. Starting in goal from Cary, North Carolina, number 42, Ethan Roberts. On defense, from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, number 36, Eric Dahlin. And from Colfax, North Carolina, number 12, Mason Payne. At left wing from Raleigh, North Carolina, number 19, Jack Ammons. At right wing from Hillsborough, North Carolina, number 23, Aiden Reedy. And starting at center from Raleigh, North Carolina, number 29, Holden Kaufman. And now let's meet the starting six for your University of Delaware Blue Hens. Starting in goal, a graduate student from Meadowbrook, Pennsylvania, number 35, Jacob Snellenberg. On defense, a sophomore from Warminster, Pennsylvania, number 26, Luke Panapresso. And a freshman from Maple Glen, Pennsylvania, number 2, Ryan Warner. At left wing, a sophomore from Spring Lakes, New Jersey, number 29, Leighton Baisadecki. At right wing, a freshman from New York City, number 77, Liam Gott. And starting at center, a senior from Foundry City, Neenah, Wisconsin, your captain, the Iron Man, number 37, Cody Diaz. Your Delaware Blue Hens are coached by Todd Middlemeyer, Jason Bange, Dominic Lignelli, and Mark Zezut, assisted by manager Ellie Bates. The on-ice officials for this evening's game, as appointed by the American Collegiate Hockey Association, are referees Terrence Johnson and Kyle Joseph, and linespeople Sam Chauvin and Nick Valerio. Fans, at this time, we ask that you please direct your attention to the American flag located behind the North Carolina state goal, as we honor the United States of America and those who defend this nation with the Star-Spangled Banner. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Let's go. Jacob Snellenberg getting the crease ready. Coming into this game, 1-1-0 on the year with a 3.5 goals against average and an .887 save percentage. The graduate student from Meadowbrook, Pennsylvania. The cornerstone of this Delaware team for the past few years, enjoying one more season in Delaware, white, blue, and gold. Blue Hens traveling left to right in opening period play. In their new home white kits, Blue Hens across a blue band on the front of the sweaters, blue numbers on the back, gold numbers on that blue band on the sleeves, blue buckets, blue helmets. They'll travel left to right. North Carolina State in those all-black kits that they unveiled in an outdoor game against their crosstown rivals, the Tar Heels of the University of North Carolina a couple seasons ago. White block numbers all around. And they're moving right to left the way we see it. Sam Chauvin with the opening face-off. In come Diaz and Kaufman, and off we go. Ice Pack controlling the initial face-off. This is Mason Payne working the puck up the right wing boards, now controlled by Kaufman as he cuts to the left wing wall. And he dumps the puck in behind the Delaware goal where Snellenberg vacates the crease to play the puck up the far side. He tried to connect with Bajsadecki, but Payne recovered for the Ice Pack. He drove this in deep, battle for the puck going the way of the Hens. Failed clearing attempt up the far side as Payne keeps the zone airtight. And now here's the first attacking opportunity for the Blue Hens as Liam Gott leads a 2-on-2. He tried to center, but Diaz was well ahead of him and trailing the play. Bajsadecki not in position to field that drop pass. This flipped in from the far side of neutral territory, and the Hens get some fresh legs on as Bajsadecki works below the goal. This taken away by Payne. Played off the far glass back into neutral territory, where recovering for the Hens is Finn Boyd. Boyd in 2 games played for Delaware so far with a goal and an assist. Showing up in a big way and limited opportunities in his first season. Here walking is Herman with a shot. Zachary Herman denied by Snellenberg, who drops to the butterfly to make the save and direct the puck to the far side. He comes up with a secondary save, first penalty of the game. Coming up against the Blue Hens, a hook signaled by Kyle Joseph. And right to the PK go the Delaware side as Finn Boyd heads off for a hook. Face-off coming to the right of Snellenberg. As Infanger is ruled out of the face-off circle, Louis-Mathieu Ruel's going to take his place. And this Delaware penalty kill has begun. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 7, Finn Boyd. 2 minutes for hooking. Time of the penalty, 1 minute, 24 seconds in the first period. Boyd, 2 for hooking at 1:24. Offside against the Ice Pack. And play restarts with a face-off just in front of the Delaware bench. Andrew Lowe dropping to his knees, backhands the puck. The length of the ice, it is steadied by Roberts. And here's Labrizzi to start things off for the Ice Pack out of his own zone. Up the right wall comes Herman, who had that earlier shot, which was denied by Snellenberg. A-grade chance met by an A-grade save. Prasma. Advancing pass up the right wing boards to Johnson, shouldered into the glass by Luke Panapresso. That sends the puck loose down low. It's held in by Herman's center point. He gets it back from Labrizzi. This shot from the top of the near circle, stick checked up in the atmosphere by DeBolt. Labrizzi holding the zone, throws one through traffic. Snellenberg able to track for the pad save. This recovered by Luke Panapresso in the far corner of his own end, and he sends the puck clear with 50 seconds remaining on the penalty to Finn Boyd. 17:23 to go. In the first period, 3 shots on goal, all have come from the Ice Pack. And here they come with the next wave of their power play, led by Jack Ammons. Up the right wing boards, taking a check from Louis-Mathieu Ruel, separating him from the puck, which now ends up below the Delaware cage in the control of Jack Keller. Graduate student from Morris Plains, New Jersey, who's long been a defensive mainstay for this Blue Hen squad. So again, Ammons races up the right wing boards. Lost the zone after taking a check from Ruel just inside the blue line. Ice Pack reset. Reedy confronted by Burke just inside the line. Drives the puck in low. Kaufman absorbs a check. Brady Burke trying to wreak havoc in the near corner of his own zone as the Hens get back to full strength. Burke rifles the puck clear. Everybody tags up and Reedy launches this back off the end boards. Enough time for the Ice Pack to get some fresh legs on, and the fourth line continuing their attack. Infanger tried to set up Vecchio as a piecemeal line change now sees the top combination on for the Hens. Moore working together with Vecchio and Mahoney. First we're seeing of this combination as a lazy shot from the left half wall is paddled away by Roberts. Stepping up from the point, Panapresso with a blocked shot. Mahoney in desperation throws it toward the net. It was nearly intercepted by Kaufman. Here's Mason Moore with a chance from the top of the right circle. That's deflected up out of play by Roberts, and we've got a break of the action. Just over 4 minutes have gone by here in the opening period. Face-off to restart play was to the left of Ethan Roberts, coming up with a pair of rapid-fire saves. The shot that just faced him was well off its mark, so it will not be registered as a shot on goal, and the Hens are pushed back in their own end to restart. Here's Warner, 2-on-2. Warner spun wide by pressure from Cam Smith on the defensive. He tried to lob a shot in from an awkward angle, but ultimately to no avail. Panapresso back inside his stripe, recovers for the Hens. Cross-ice feed leads to Diaz, who advanced the puck to Bajsadecki. He's hauled into the backboards by Jake Lapani. In North Carolina State Black, the feed back to Warner resulted in a blocked shot through traffic. The follow-up was on target, but held on to by Roberts for a break of the action. 4 minutes and 56 seconds have gone by the wayside from Gold Arena, the tight confines of Gold Arena. Definitely a change of pace for us here in the broadcast box compared to the wide open spaces of the 2,600-seat Fred Rust Arena, which was otherwise unavailable this afternoon. The shot from Thomas Weeks right off the draw from 30 feet was steered wide by Roberts. Gilmore up the middle, could not connect with Patterson. Hens causing plenty of havoc in the neutral zone to disrupt that passing lane. Boyd to Weeks from behind the net. This skied up the left wing boards as much as one can. Tracy across to Lowe. The entry is onside. Lowe was steered to the near corner by the other 17, Talon Langston, so he played the puck behind the net. This comes around the horn. Boyd, Weeks across the line. His shot through traffic was blocked. Puck ends up over the left shoulder of Ethan Roberts. Back it comes to Weeks. Off the stick of Lowe. Hard blocked shot. Race on for the puck. Snellenberg's out of the cage to steady it. And we've got a penalty from Terrence Johnson coming with 14:09 to go in this opening period of play. Let's see what we've got. DeBolt, the culprit. And he's going to go for roughing. So a second Delaware penalty kill beginning here at the 5:51 mark of the first period, I should say. Second penalty kill, first period. Hens were mighty effective on the first PK, and they start the second with a long clear up ice. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 25, Chance DeBolt. 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalty, 5 minutes, 51 seconds in the first period. DeBolt, 2 for roughing at 5:51. Low over center off the feed from Louis Mathieu Ruel. Pursues the puck after dumping it deep into North Carolina State territory. This is worked free by Prasma. Ahead to Johnson, who enters a 2-on-2, but is stonewalled by the other number 11, Raleigh, North Carolina native Dylan Causey, who sends the puck clear and hustles off. Panapresso, Goose, Infanger, Causey actually staying on. The other components of this Delaware penalty kill on fresh, though, after the first minute has expired. Panapresso's backhand clears the puck. Johnson tried to hack it down at the left point to no avail. Recovering for the ice pack is Dahlin, but he's slowed up by bodily pressure from Infanger over the center logo. Louis Mathieu Ruel turns the puck in behind the North Carolina State goal. Infanger turns on the forechecking heat. Burke and Keller coming in on the back end of this PK. as Infanger continues to try to force errors on the breakout from the ice pack. Down to the final 25 of this PK for the Blue Hens. Reedy working the left half wall off his backhand in low to Kaufman. Back this comes to Reedy. He plays the puck up to center point where waiting is Eric Dahlin, but he bobbled, and the ice pack have to tag up again. Gifford steps over the line. Pass to Ammons didn't connect. Keller broke that up. We're down to the final 2 seconds of the DeBolt penalty. Gifford's shot from the top of the left circle, right into the pads of Jacob Snellenberg for save number 4. And at the 8-minute mark of the first period, the Hens are back to full strength after killing off 2 penalties. Mason Moore with a rapid-fire shot right side, 40 feet away. Turned aside by Ethan Roberts for his 5th save on the night. And just as quickly, here come the ice pack, led by Jack Ammons, gaining the center line before dumping the puck in behind the Delaware goal. And that will give Tim Healy's ice pack an opportunity to get some fresh legs back on the ice. Weeks to Vecchio, who sends the puck into the rafters out of play with 11:37 to go in the first. And we'll have a neutral zone face-off, spotted by linesperson Sam Chauvin right at center. If you've been injured in a car accident or on the job, you know just how challenging and overwhelming the recovery process can be. And that's why having a trusted and caring representative by your side is essential to help you navigate the complex world of workers' compensation and personal injury. The law office of Heather A. Long will guide you through every step of the process, from filing your claim to representing you in hearings and appeals. Schedule your free consultation by calling 302-466-5664, that's LONG, or visit injuryde.com. North Carolina State played the puck with a high stick, so the face-off comes to the right of Ethan Roberts. Attacking zone draw gifted the Blue Hens, and in to take it is Cody Diaz. Diaz together with Gott and Bajsadecki on for this attack, but they're overpowered by Reese Johnson, number 11, and NC State Black. Long shot covered and held by Snellenberg, and here we go. Face-off coming to Snellenberg's left after a little bit of a dust-up in front of the net. So the tone of this game pretty well established as we work our way to the 9-minute mark. And the tight confines of Gold Arena make a capacity crowd on hand of a good few hundred feel all the bigger. Lapani, diagonal breakout pass, bounces off the stick of Austin Finch, the former North Carolina Golden Bear in the Eastern Hockey League. Bajsadecki got a shot on net. It was steered away by Roberts. Here's Finch into a 1-on-2. He dekes past one defender, gets a second shot away on Snellenberg, who kicks it out for save number 6. Panapresso could not get past Librizzi at the NC State blue line. This is Tracy up the middle. Hard shot from distance, split defenders. He gets his own rebound after Roberts waffle boarded that puck away, forward and right. Sawden clears, Tracy at center. Saucers the puck off the far corner boards. It's picked up there by Nicholas Librizzi for NC State. He caroms it out of the zone with some help ahead from Gilmore, but the Hens recover at center. Tracy again. Floats this deep into NC State territory. Lowe, his former Team Maryland teammate, recovers to put pressure on Librizzi, who did connect the breakout pass to Gilmore, advanced further to Ben Patterson. Fourth line trying to make something happen for NC State at the midpoint of the first period. We are yet scoreless from Gold Arena on the campus of the University of Delaware. Luke Panapresso. Not much room for him to work with, but he connects with Tracy for the breakout pass, and Tracy's going to walk this through the neutral zone. Drop pass to Bolt with a shot from the top of the left circle. Turned aside easily by Ethan Roberts, dropping down into the butterfly. And with 9:15 to go in the first, Pocek takes the puck away from Ben Patterson, crashing back into Delaware territory. Causey slowed up by Dahlin, trying to cut through neutral ice. Here's a stretch pass from Goose to Infanger the other way. He launches a shot on from distance. Turned aside by Roberts for save number 9. So a goaltending clinic put on through these first 11 minutes by Messrs. Snellenberg and Roberts, combining for 15 saves on as many shots faced. 8:45 to go here in the first period of a scoreless hockey game from the first state. Goose to Infanger. He could not find Causey up the right wing boards at center. Puck now in the control of Jake Gifford off a cross-ice feed from Payne. Gifford couldn't get through, and we've got another penalty coming. What's Goose going to go for? Goose ruled off for a trip with 8 minutes and 27 seconds to go. In this first period. This penalty kill could be brought to you by, well, you. Sponsorship opportunities are available here on the Delaware Hockey Network this season. Learn more. Email mjr412communications.com. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 27, Noah Goose. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 11 minutes, 33 seconds in the first period. Goose 2 for tripping at 11:33. Prasma shot blocked by Burke at the top of the near circle. Prasma gets the puck back momentarily. He tried to feed it to Gouveia, who had more options to work with higher up in the zone, but Lowe took it away, and he pile drives his way back into the North Carolina State end. Puck is cleared back to center. Panapresso slams it in behind the NC State goal. We're now in the 13th minute. Hens will change. Boyd, Infanger, Ruel joining Panapresso. Boyd stands up the advance of Daniel Prasma up the right wing boards, and Alex Infanger recovers a loose puck behind his own goal. Here's Louis Ruel one-on-one. Ruel's shot was wide. Delayed penalty coming up. It will be against NC State. Extra attacker is on, and Tanner Mahoney works his way up the left wing boards as we start to see a little more offensive firepower on the ice for the Blue Hens. There the touch. And with 7:01 to go in the first period, the first North Carolina State visitor to the penalty box will be Zachary Herman, off for a hook. So we're 4-on-4 for the next 34 seconds. And the Delaware Blue Hens, barring any oddities, will have 1 minute and 26 seconds to work with on a Delaware Sports Medicine power play to try to establish an early lead. The North Carolina State penalty was assessed to number 8, Zachary Herman. 2 minutes for hooking. Time of the penalty, 12 minutes, 59 seconds in the first period. Herman 2 for hooking at 12:59. 4 aside for the next 10. Warner, Moore, Mahoney, and Weeks. The 4 on for Delaware. Kaufman, Ammons, Darlene, and Payne. The 4 on for North Carolina State, who find themselves shorthanded for the next minute 20 as the Blue Hens begin a Delaware Sports Medicine power play. Head to desportsmed.com to learn more about Dr. Brad Bly's offerings for athletes of all ages and abilities. Ammons trying to outrace a pair of Hen back checkers, got a shot away, but Snellenberg had the necessary answers for save number 7. Scrap for the rebound in the near corner, trying to pitch the puck free was Mason Moore, and he did. Vecchio to Mahoney, accelerating up the left wing boards. Mahoney, through traffic, dumps the puck in behind the NC State goal. It's caromed out the other side by Darlene to a mess of bodies at the near half wall. Trying to walk forward was Vecchio. He did get a shot away, but coming up with the save again was Ethan Roberts. Final 5:38 in the first period. Just over a half minute left in this Delaware Sports Medicine power play. Mahoney Leaves this to Boyd at the point. Across to Weeks. Boyd steps up, shot. Deflected up into the netting and out of play. Face-off will come to the right of Ethan Roberts after the puck was deflected over the glass. And now Todd Mittelmeyer finally getting the explanation he had wanted in the first place. Presumably about the circumstances surrounding the restart of play. Fresh legs on, Warner to Bajsadecki. He launches the puck in off the pads of Roberts. Nobody home for the rebound putback chance as the Blue Hens record their 11th shot on goal of the evening. Warner, cross-ice pass, was disrupted by the reaching stick of Austin Finch. Here's Warner again. Getting the puck back and working the right side. Warner pulls back. Ice pack back to full strength. DeBolt cycles to Diaz, working the near corner. Diaz caroms this below the goal. DeBolt crashing the net. Posting up behind the cage was Bajsadecki, bodied down by Gouveia. And the Ice Pack ultimately recover and work their way back into Delaware territory. Herman taken away by a sweep check from Warner to try to clear the zone to no avail. That long shot from the right point was off the stick of Lapani. Responding for save number 8, Jacob Snellenberg, as we come to the final 4:25 of the first period. And a puck goes over the glass and out again. Face off to Snellenberg's left. Herman and Infanger squaring off. And a backhand from Louis Ruel sends the puck skittering up the left wing boards deep into NC State territory. Causey pursues. He's tied up by Tate Sodden. The battle rages on for the puck after Nick Valerio waved off the icing. And it's going to go NC State's way. Here they come back to neutral ice before Brady Burke recovers, but he turns it right back over to Gifford. Gifford lobs the puck in from distance. It was wide of the near post, but steadied by Snellenberg as we now enter the pre-antepenultimate minute of the first period. Puck over the boards and out. And we've got a little bit more after the fact. Prasma's going to go for a check from behind with 3:53 remaining here in the first period. So a full Delaware Sports Medicine power play awaits the Blue Hens, and the big guns are on to get things going. Mahoney, Boyd, Vecchio, Moore, and Weeks. Puck is down, here we go. The North Carolina State penalty was assessed to number 37, Daniel Prasma. 2 minutes for hitting from behind. Time of the penalty, 16 minutes, 7 seconds in the first period. Prasma, 2 for hitting from behind at 16:07. 3.5 to go in the first period of what's proven to be a back-and-forth physical game so far, but a defensive struggle as we're still 0-0. Weeks behind his own net, off the ice pack clear. Will leave the puck to Finn Boyd. Back across to Weeks, it comes a neutral ice. Touch pass from Moore, directing the puck into the near corner of the NC State zone, but he couldn't win the race to it on the dump and chase. Mason Payne was there waiting for him. Weeks did hold the zone, though. Across to Boyd, center point, it comes back to Weeks. They play keep away at the blue line, cross ice pass, touch pass, Mahoney. Weeks, one-timer from center point, was steered wide by Roberts. Boyd tries to put one net front. And this puck is steadied and out of play. So face-off violations on both teams. Looks like the wingers were encroaching. Third time a charm on the restart, won by Chance DeBolt. Ryan Warner by Sadecki, looking for goal number 5 of the season. Snapshot from the left point was wide. Warner held the point. 2.5 to go in the first period. 30 seconds remaining on this Delaware Sports Medicine power play for the Hens. Diaz, wobbling puck to Warner, just held the zone. Diaz directs this to Sadecki. Shot from the top of the left circle. Bodied up and away by Roberts to the far corner. We're down to the final 2 and change of the first period of a scoreless struggle between the Blue Hens and the Ice Pack. First of 4 meetings between these teams this season. Warner lets one go from center point. Didn't get much mustard on it. Puck was intercepted by Joey Gouveia, clogging up the slot. He sends this up ice right as the penalty to Daniel Prasma expires. And the Ice Pack are back to full strength as we come to the final minute 45 of the opening period. Kyler Sun, pressured by Causey, deep in North Carolina State territory, fails to find Prasma on the breakout. Burke steadied. He left the puck across to his D partner, Luke Panapressa, who gained the red line before launching the vulcanized rubber deep in NC State territory. Puck is loose in front. Infanger tried to jam a backhander in from in close. It was turned aside by Roberts for save number 13. Follow-up chance on the doorstep again. Digging away is Louis Matthew Duell. He couldn't get the puck in on the welcome mat. And the NC State Ice Pack takes some heat out of an intensifyingly hot kitchen as we approach the final minute of play here in the opening period. 1 minute to go. Louis Matthew Duell absorbs a high hit from Sun, who gains the puck in the corner and caroms it to the far side of his own zone, where Alex Infanger stepped up to get that puck in deep again. This taken away by Lapani, cleared, recovered by Moore just over the blue line. Ruel heads off for a change, and Keller is going to walk this forward. The entry onside as Mahoney put on the brakes just in time. Final half minute in the first period. 2-a-side battle in the corner. A shot from Tanner Mahoney goes wide. Opposite side coming in, and try as he might, Noah Goose couldn't get the puck home. As holding on for another stoppage is Ethan Roberts. Wow, 15 for 15 in the save department. The junior out of Cary, North Carolina, by way of UW Eau Claire. Answering every call so far as we come to the final 20 seconds of the first period. The Hens generating chances, but at the rate that Ethan Roberts has been making saves, they're going to have to double-cross him if they're going to beat him. Final 3 seconds. Boyd's going to protect the puck, and the first period has reached its conclusion. At the end of 20 minutes, there is no score between the Delaware Blue Hens and the North Carolina State Ice Pack. We'll be back in 15 minutes after the first intermission. Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With over 10 years of treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. With clinics in Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
It's time for the second period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Thank you, Norm Borg. Welcome back to the Delaware Hockey Network, brought to you by the law office of Heather A. Long, and it's that man right there, Ethan Roberts, who was the shining star in the first period. 15 shots, 15 saves. And how many A-grade chances did he take away? And how many A-grade chances did Roberts take away there? At least 2 or 3, it looked like. We just got confirmation from the stat man, Eli Swope. It was 3 grade A chances denied by Ethan Roberts in the first period, and the second begins right now. Delaware traveling from right to left here in second period play in their home white sweaters. If you're just joining us on the Delaware Hockey Network, quick shot from Jack Ammons in the black-clad North Carolina State Ice Pack side, moving left to right from our vantage point here in middle period action. Again, this is the first of 4 meetings between these teams this season. Forcing the turnover was Holden Kaufman. Puck thrown in by Dahlin. Mahoney recovers for the Blue Hens, but under heavy forechecking pressure and a Holden Kaufman hip check, he struggled to maintain the puck. Now it's taken away by Vecchio, walked by Boyd, just across center, and he caroms it hard behind the NC State goal. This is volleyed the other way by Dahlin. Icing waved off. Snellenberg with no choice but to steady, and Finn Boyd's going to race up the left wing boards to gain his own line and lob the puck in from distance. That was on goal. Play was onside. So Ethan Roberts is going to be credited with a save. Here's Prasma into a 1-on-2 for the Ice Pack. Around the defender, he walks in after beating Warner, but he couldn't beat Snellenberg. By Sadecki the other direction. Puts on the brakes just inside the blue line to try to draw Labrizzi out of position. He gets the puck in low. Panapresso keeps it in Delaware control at the near dot, but his shot was intercepted by Herman and subsequently pushed back to center, where Warner recovers and launches the vulcanized rubber back in NC State territory. Puck was tipped on its way up ice, so icing waved off. It's raced down near side by Daniel Prasma. His shot from the corner was off its mark. Panapresso behind the net, around to Warner, working the far side, and he lofts the puck into the bench area of the ice pack with exactly 2 minutes elapsed in the second period. Capacity crowd here at Gold Arena, probably 800 in this bandbox of a barn. The 6 rows of grandstand seating where we are, filled to the brim, and plenty of standees. Along behind the NC State goal as well. Finch to Smith to Lapani. Up the middle, this goes to Reese Johnson, trying to weave through traffic, but this is offside. $17-19 to go here in the second period. Face-off coming just above the Delaware blue line. And Infanger wins the draw, playing the puck back to Boyd, but it's taken away by the forecheck-minded Keegan Gilmore. Tied up now in the far corner. Causey tries to work this clear, but Ben Patterson protects for the ice pack. Gilmore getting back to it. He fans on the puck, and Louis Matthew Ruel finds an opening. He works his way to center, and he launches the puck behind the NC State goal again. Failed clear from the netminder Ethan Roberts up the corner boards. Protecting the point was Thomas Weeks, but he couldn't make anything happen from distance. Puck rolls back to Weeks inside his own line. Pass ahead to Finn Boyd, didn't connect. Delayed offside against the ice pack. Now able to pursue after tagging up was Talon Langston, but he couldn't force the mistake on the breakout pass. The secondary pass didn't connect, and Labrizzi takes a heavy hit right at center into the near glass. Textbook check, albeit a little bit heavy, separating him from the puck, and here's a 2-on-2 for the Hens. That's going to be called back. Dylan Causey was just offside. 16-18 to go here in the second. And a neutral zone face-off coming up just above the North Carolina State blue line, right in front of the Delaware bench. Mahoney and Kaufman meet for the draw. Puck is down, Hens control it. Chipped in by Panapresso from distance. Shot was wide, gloved down by Roberts, and the ice pack clear back to the Delaware blue line. Warner tried to find Vecchio on a diagonal breakout pass, which was broken up by Aiden Reedy. Mahoney on the run. Panapresso flips it back to Mahoney, who has more space to operate now right side. Touched ahead by Moore just above the blue line, but turned right back across neutral territory. Here's Moore again, ringing the puck behind the net. Vecchio tries to chase it down. He's met by Labrizzi in the near corner. Joining the battle and pitchforking away is Mason Moore to try to extract the puck, but to no avail, as Tate Sawden recovers for the ice pack. Played off the near boards. Reedy tried to direct it into the path of Jack Ammons, who had a lane for a breakaway, but the puck never made it to him. Rolling puck up ice. Reedy puts the pressure on Warner. Vecchio trails back, but the puck ends up deep in neutral territory, recovered by Labrizzi. just above his own blue line for the ice pack, and he facilitates the dump and change from distance. 5 minutes have gone by in the second period of a scoreless hockey game from Gold Arena, the first of 4 meetings between the North Carolina State Ice Pack and the Delaware Blue Hens this year. All that we've bargained for and then some. Liam Gott checked off his feet, trying to play the puck out of his own zone. The skitters all the way back into the North Carolina State end, where it's recovered by Jake Lapani. Stretch pass to nobody, intercepted by Panapresso. Advanced to Bajsadecki. Odd man rush. Leighton Bajsadecki walking his stutter step. Crosslock pass, and a goal for the Blue Hens! You've got to get Ethan Roberts going post to post. And what Leighton Bajsadecki started, Liam Gott finished. 5:38 into the second. The Blue Hens draw first blood. There's the cross slot pass and the net front finish. And on the 17th shot of the game for the Delaware Blue Hens, they get the biscuit in the basket. Oh, Delaware goal! His first of the season. Scored by number 77, Liam Gott. Assisted by number 29, Leighton Bajsadecki. Time of the goal, 5 minutes, 38 seconds in the second period. Gott's first from Bajsadecki at 5:38. After the goal, North Carolina State penalty, assessed to number 8, Zachary Herman, 2 minutes for slashing. Time of the penalty, 5 minutes, 38 seconds of the second period. Herman, 2 for slashing at 5:38. So a Delaware Sports Medicine power play gives the Hens an opportunity to get a second. Winding up from distance was Warner. Stepping up, Roberts made the save. Puck was loose in front but cleared out of harm's way. Gott couldn't jam in a second. And we've got some particulars for you. As we remind you, this power play brought to you by Delaware Sports Medicine. Head to desportsmed.com to learn more. Again, that Delaware goal. It was not Boyd from Burke and Coughlin. It was indeed Liam Gott from Leighton Bajsadecki at 5:38. Followed immediately by the Herman slashing minor. And that penalty has reached its conclusion. The Ice Pack back to full strength, but they trail the Blue Hens 1-0. Vecchio overpowered by Prasma. Cross ice pass, Herman couldn't reel it in, crossing the blue line. Weeks plays the body on the other number 8, Zachary Herman. They're tied up momentarily. Meanwhile, Tanner Mahoney recovering the puck from below his own goal. Hand pass signaled with 11 minutes and 54 seconds to go here in the second period. And the Blue Hens, after being guilty of same, stare down a defensive zone faceoff with a little bit of breathing room in the form of a 1-0 advantage. There in the slot, a shot from Daniel Prasma, turned aside by Snellenberg. Icing waved off on this long clear. Mahoney crashing the net, got a shot away off the feed from Moore, but Roberts had the answers for save number 19 on 20 total shots faced. Herman slowed up by the reaching stick of Boyd as he gains the Delaware zone. Puck contested just inside the zone. It is played on by Moore to Mahoney. He's got a one-on-one if he hurries. Mahoney pulls back. Hard wrist shot. Steered just wide by Roberts, but it looked like the shot was wide off its release. Goose back deep into his zone. Pressured by Prasma. Plays this up the boards to former Team Maryland mate Tommy Tracy on a chance to bolt. He takes aim from the left point. Glove save and a hold from Ethan Roberts to give us a break in the action with just over 9 minutes gone in the second period. Hens with an attacking zone faceoff and a 1-0 advantage over the Ice Pack. Make a truly all-American meal the centerpiece of your next team event or special occasion. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky in nearby Claymont, Delaware can cater your next group event, offering pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken on a daily basis, along with a variety of sauces and sides sure to please any appetite. Visit Sid's at Suite C26 in the Tri-State Industrial Center on Ridge Road in Claymont. Open Monday through Saturday for takeaway lunch or to place a catering order. Call 302-439-4937 or visit sidsbbqandjerky.com. DeBolt and Gouveia took the near circle draw to the right of Ethan Roberts, who just came up with his 20th save on 21 total shots. This will come back in icing. .10:46 to go in the second. Hens take that long skate back deep into their own zone. Third line on right now, DeBolt, Tracy, and Lowe. And the shot from Lapani off the D-to-D feed from Cam Smith was blocked from 50 feet away from Snellenberg's office. Keller bulldozing through traffic, feeds to Tracy, who leads to the onside entry. Some rock'em sock'em robots in the NC State zone as Finch gains control, and he tries to pitch the puck clear, but to no avail. Lowe had to tag up. He was offside momentarily, said Sam Chauvin. Here's Gouveia up the right wing boards. Drop pass to Johnson, who takes a heavy shoulder check at the top of the right circle. Finch winds up. His shot was blocked right at the top of the crease, says statistician Eli Swope. Panapresso clears. He overshot Causey on the breakout pass. It was turned back the other way by Payne, but back into the Delaware zone. Warner gained control. Tracy floats it over the red line. Turned back his direction by Dahlin. Panapresso turns at the blue line. Chips the puck off the near glass. We're just past halfway. Here in period number 2, Delaware trying to build on a 1-0 lead, powered by that Liam Gott goal 5 minutes and 38 seconds into the second period. Patterson calling for the puck, had a breakaway lane, but the breakout pass never made it there, and the defensive pressure of Finn Boyd more than caught up to him at the blue line. Payne protects at the left point. Warner recovers. He flips the puck across ice to Louis-Mathieu Ruel, the Québécois, up the middle, trying to head a 2-on-2. He gained the zone but lost the puck. It was taken away by Talon Langston in North Carolina State black, red, and white. Langston tried to play it off the near boards, but Bajsadecki took it away. He got a shot away from point-blank range on Roberts, who was able to square up for the easy save. Gott leaves this to Diaz. Back to Gott in the corner. Diaz takes a shove from Langston in the corner boards. Now to his aid comes Liam Gott. Prolonged battle sees Langston break away from the scrum and clear back to center. Boyd with 8:20 to go in the second period. Here's Diaz to Gott up the middle. Taken down by Bajsadecki. Was offside, and we've got a whistle. This is going to be ruled an intentional offside. This is coming all the way back. Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. So how do you get your voice above the fray? 412 Communications has myriad solutions to build bridges between your team and your fans, your brand, and your clientele, ranging from broadcast to social, print to digital, and more. Want to know more? Head to 412communications.com today. So off the offside, Delaware forced back in their own zone. Long clear from Burt. Gott won the race to cancel out the icing. This comes back to center. Launched by Diaz off the near glass. In behind Roberts' net. He steadies for Labrizzi. Reedy advances the puck up the right wing boards, pursued by Ammons. But a half step quicker than him on the Delaware side was defender Noah Goose. Mahoney sets up a 2-on-2 with Mason Moore, crashing back into ice pack territory with inside 7.5 minutes to go in the second. Hens with a 1-0 advantage over the ice pack in their first of 4 meetings this season. The Brady Burke shot from the point was long and wide. Vecchio tries to dig the puck free from Mahoney, who got tied up with Kaufman in a puck battle right in front of the ice resurfacer entrance. Here's Kaufman up the left wing boards, back into Delaware territory, but outnumbered. He walks in for the shot. Snellenberg waffle boards the puck over the crossbar, and play is halted with 6 minutes and 54 seconds to go in this second period. Looked like the net came off its moorings. Delaware unable to change, says referee Kyle Joseph. And the face-off will come to the left of Snellenberg for the restart of play. Inside 7 to go. Hens with a 1-0 advantage. They've limited NC State to just 3 shots on goal here in the second period. It has been all Delaware from the get-go here in the middle frame. Panapresso to Mahoney, just inside the Delaware line. Back it comes to Luke. Batted ahead to Mahoney through neutral ice. Here's a 2-on-2. Tanner Mahoney looks shot. Bobbling the puck after making the save was Roberts. Nobody home for the rebound putback chance. Mahoney just stole the puck from Prasma. He's tied up in the near corner. Moore coming to his aid, trying to pitch the puck free, and he does. But it's taken away just as quickly by Kyler's son. Prasma pulls back behind his own goal, and he'll leave this ahead to Jake Gifford. Off the near boards to Herman, who absorbs a check from Warner, and this puck goes into the netting and out of play. 5 minutes and 56 seconds remaining in the second period. Delaware with a 1-0 lead. And the last play face-off from the puck going over the glass off a North Carolina State stick will be spotted at center red. This draw goes NC State's way with Joey Gouveia caroming the puck behind the Delaware goal, studied by Snellenberg. Boyd could not walk it free. Weeks draws attention near side before playing the carom shot to the far wall. Puck was intercepted briefly by Johnson, but given away. Here come the Hens on the attack. Icing waved off. Good hustle by DeBolt to chase down the puck after it was fed up ice. Don't blink, you might miss something. That's been the pace of this game. Finch takes a check from Weeks. DeBolt recovers for Delaware and keeps the puck in deep. Hens need to create more traffic in front of Roberts to try to get those secondary chances. Those cross-slot passers are what's going to move Ethan Roberts out of position, as we saw in that lone Delaware goal. Boyd's got some new teammates to work with. Here's a 2-on-2. Shot right down the pipe, held on to by Ethan Roberts for a break in the action. 4:45 to go here in the second period of a 1-0 Delaware lead. We'll do it all again tomorrow. Game time 2:30 p.m. from right here at Gold Arena. It's the first half of a Sunday UD hockey doubleheader, which will also feature the men's Division III team taking on Newman. That game slated for the bottom of the 5 o'clock hour right here on the Delaware Hockey Network. Failed clearing attempt goes into the netting and out of play. Infanger in across from Langston for the attacking zone draw. With 4:38 to go. In period number 2, NC State looking to level the score against the Blue Hens, but they've been limited to just 11 shots. Skittering puck picked up by Louis Mathieu Ruel. He tries to drive it across center before Sodden flipped it back his way. Goose gathered it in. His shot from just over the blue line skittered into the near corner, well off its intended mark. Ben Patterson corrals the vulcanized rubber. He leaves it across to Sodden left side. Advanced further by Gilmore, who comes off for a change. And the rest of the ice pack will do the same as we come to the final 4 minutes in the second period. By Sadecki, leading scorer among first-year Blue Hens, with 8 points so far. Works the puck just over the blue line, lost the zone as he takes a check from Labrizzi. The Kaufman shot the other way, bothered by the stick of Panapresso. Kaufman tried to field his own rebound, but he was stripped of the puck by Infanger. Kaufman got it back, working below the goal. Net front set up and a spectacular glove save from Jacob Snellenberg that warrants another look here on the 412 Communications Instant Replay. The shot came from Jack Ammons. Snellenberg tips the puck up in the atmosphere, and on the way down, he gloves it clean to keep the ice pack scoreless. 200 seconds to go in second period action from Gold Arena. Delaware 1, NC State 0. They'll do it all again tomorrow. Icing waved off. Gott won the race to the puck off that long clear from Warner. But the ice pack recover. Lapani to Kaufman to Sun. Sun's shot ricochets off the backboards. Lunging for the puck again is Snellenberg, who holds with 2:49 to go. Second period coming to its waning moments. Snellenberg doing what Snellenberg does. He's only seen a dozen shots on goal, but by George, he's got his rhythm back. Puck out of play off the weak stick. Hens will stay in their zone. The draw goes the way of the ice pack, but the shot from Jake Gifford at the top of the circle was an awkward one. Snellenberg comes up with the follow-up save. Final 2.5 here in the second. Ice pack protect off the attacking zone draw. Prasma's shot denied again by Snellenberg. He holds for the freeze and the stoppage with 2:28 to go here in the second. 14 shots, 14 saves for the graduate netminder out of Meadowbrook, Pennsylvania. Recently served as one of the referees for a USA Hockey National Championship tournament. And easily one of the men's greatest assets on the ice is his incredible hockey IQ. Sees the game very well. And a gathering of Hens and Ice Packers net front, quickly quelled by the linespeople after another Snellenberg save. 2 and change to go in this second period. Herman on for the draw. He'll be met by Infanger. So a mismatch between the top NC State center and the fourth Delaware center. But the Blue Hens looking to play the mismatches deeper down or up the lineup card, regardless, or depending on how you want to look at it. In any case, the Hens' energy line of Ruel, Causey, and Infanger pile drive their way back into the NC State zone. Goose held the point, getting the puck back in low. It's taken away by Prasma, and he accelerates up the near boards. Chauvin dodging what would have been disastrous for him as Causey came bulldozing his way toward number 37 in NC State black. Minute and a half to go in the second period. Just holding the line is Hammonds. One-timer from Sun off its mark. And we've got a penalty signaled by Terrence Johnson. Minute 22 to go, and Causey heads off. What have we got from Terrence? A trip. So a shorthanded situation. Awaiting the Blue Hens to bring this second period to a close. So far, so good on the PK, and here the Reedy shot was denied by Snellenberg. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 11, Dylan Causey, 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 18 minutes, 38 seconds in the second period. Causey, 2 for tripping at 18:38. Working our way to the final minute of the second period. Hard shot from Ammons, met by a Snellenberg stick save. And this Delaware PK unit clear. Low causing forechecking havoc. Gifford flubbed the cross-ice pass. Puck was loose, gathered in by Reedy, surrounded by Panapresso and DeBolt. Snellenberg out of the cage, thanking his lucky stars as the puck bounced through the slot. Ammons to Dahlin. Around the horn of the shot from Kaufman, denied by Snellenberg. Rebound is put in. Power play goal, and it's going to go to Reedy, who leads the handshake queue, and we're going to take another look right now on the 4-1-2 instant replay. Reedy posting up right on the doorstep. Found that loose puck, and he bats it home past Jacob Snellenberg to level the score 1-1. And that's officially going to go at 19:33. And for Aiden Reedy, that's his second of the season. North Carolina State power play goal, second of the season, scored by number 23, Aiden Reedy. Assisted by number 29, Holden Kaufman. Time of the goal, 19 minutes, 33 seconds in the second period. Reedy's second from Kaufman at 19:33, a power play goal.
It's time for the second period. Let's head back upstairs to James
At the end of 2 periods, the score 1-1.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
It's time for the third period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Thank you, Norm Borg. Welcome back inside Gold Arena. We're in for a treat of a third period after the Blue Hens and the Ice Pack exchanged goals in the second, and we're going to look back at them right now. Leighton Bajsadecki with the cross-slot pass to Liam Gott. 5:38 into the second period. Led to Delaware's lone goal, and then it was this mess of bodies down front. And a goal from Aiden Reedy, putting the puck past Snellenberg to tie it up with 27 seconds to go in that middle frame. Deadlocked at 1 as Sam Chauvin gets ready to drop the puck on period number 3. A clean sheet of ice, a clean slate on the scoreboard, and off we go in the final frame. As Mason Payne sends the puck up the right wing boards, deep into the Delaware zone. It was tipped, so no icing, said Sam Chauvin. He and Nick Valerio, the lines people tonight. Kyle Joseph and Terrence Johnson, who will be making his debut in the ECHL as a linesperson later this fall, are in the bands. Net dislodged behind Snellenberg. 33 seconds into this third period. The face-off will come to his left. Warner could not clear. Payne holds the zone, but he drives the puck into the near corner. Payne again protecting the right point. Gets this in low to Ammons. He tried to center. Nobody home on the doorstep, and this Delaware counterattack is going to be called offside. 57 seconds behind us in third period play. The face-off will come just above the NC State blue line with Mahoney and Herman. The top centers squaring off to restart play. Herman left the puck to Labrizzi in the far corner. He clears. Moore recovers for Delaware. This taken away by Herman, setting up a 2-on-2. He throws the puck off the backboards. Follow-up chance came off the stick of Daniel Prasma, who was able to direct the puck towards Snellenberg, who came up with save number 20. Here's Mahoney walking back in up the right wing boards. Puck is loose in front, and it's in! The Blue Hens again draw Ethan Roberts out of position to strike with the go-ahead goal, and it's Austin Vecchio to make it a 2-1 contest. Let's see it again. Mahoney up the wall. Vecchio heads to the net. And it is a 2-1 hockey game. Advantage Blue Hens. Oh, Delaware goal! His second of the season. Scored by number 22, Austin Vecchio. Assisted by number 36, Tanner Mahoney. Time of the goal, 1 minute, 32 seconds of the third period. Vecchio's second from Mahoney at 1:32. Puck out of play in the Delaware zone. Face-off coming to the left of Jacob Snellenberg. Infanger in across from Langston. Darlene could not hold the point. And this is called offside. Neutral zone draw goes the way of Alex Infanger. Kick back to Panapresso and now Warner. Advancing the puck to Alex Infanger, taking a check from Langston at center. Roberts steadies behind his own net. Ice pack clear, Panapresso. Across to Warner again. Hassled by the forechecking Keegan Gilmore. Warner walks through traffic, puck taken away from him by Gilmore, who walks back in to the Delaware zone into a 1-on-3. Gilmore bodied down by Panapresso, holding the zone is Langston, dodging a check from Causey right as he tried to line up a shot. This comes back to center. Dahlin disrupted. Mid-pass, and Infanger leads the way back in to the attacking zone for the Blue Hens. Drop pass and a shot. Caught and held by Roberts for a pause. Bajsadecki left the puck back to Goose. Diaz cycles to Bajsadecki off the attacking zone face-off win. But Labrizzi took it away for the Ice Pack. Forced to play catch-up again as we work to the 4-minute juncture of the third period. Hens with a 2-1 lead over North Carolina State in their inaugural meeting this season. First of 4 between these two sides. Sawden to Gifford to lead the zone entry. Herman working down low, double team. Gott played the body. Goose got to the puck. And Bajsadecki is going to set up a 2-on-1 working out of the Delaware zone. He tried to feed to Liam Gott through neutral territory, but Labrizzi smartly broke up that pass over center. Now a 2-on-2 as Gott recovers. Drop pass by Bajsadecki from the top of the right circle. That sails over the crossbar, and the Ice Pack recover. Holden Kaufman works back in, and he ties it up. Kaufman drills one from the top of the right circle to beat Snellenberg, and we're all knotted up again. So a 2-on-2 counterattack from the NC State Ice Pack. And Holden Kaufman winding up from the top of the right circle. Put the men in black back on level pegging. And Gifford's going to get the helper. North Carolina State goal, his first of the season. Scored by number 29, Holden Kaufman. Assisted by number 28, Jake Gifford. Time of the goal, 4 minutes, 41 seconds in the third period. Kaufman's first from Gifford at 4:41. Sun with some help from Ammons. Drives the puck back deep into Delaware territory. Working to the 6-minute mark of this third period. Moore could not clear. The net was dislodged, but play was not blown dead because, in the opinion of Kyle Joseph, an imminent scoring opportunity was still alive. Because of the rule concerning a dislodged net, in the presence of an imminent scoring opportunity, it's a judgment call on the part of the guy in the orange armbands. And because there was an imminent scoring opportunity still live, a good few seconds after the Delaware player dislodged the net, Kyle Joseph opted to let play continue until that opportunity no longer existed. Here, Gouveia is denied by Snellenberg, and we've got a pause, 6:15 into the third. Face-off coming to the left of the Delaware cage. DeBolt and Johnson await the dropping of the puck. DeBolt waved off. Face-off violation against the Hens, and Johnson's going to win it. And Mason Payne opens fire from the right point to make this a 3-2 Ice Pack lead. Rocket from the point. Right off the Johnson face-off win. Payne steps up, goes top shelf. And at the 6:20 mark, of the third period, the Ice Pack have taken the lead. Payne's first of the season. Johnson with the face-off win's going to get the helper. North Carolina State goal, first of the season, scored by number 12, Mason Payne. Assisted by number 11, Reese Johnson. Time of the goal, 6 minutes, 20 seconds of the third period. Payne's first from Johnson at 6:20. And it looks like we're going to have some fresh ink on the scoreboard here, as on the score sheet, I should say. As Johnson and did anyone on the Delaware side get involved? Doesn't look like it. Johnson's number the only one called. This coming at 6:42. In the third period, Delaware Sports Medicine power play beginning right now for the Blue Hens, and a pivotal one at that. Bajsadecki walking in. Shot caught and held. Face mask minor, we're told, on Reese Johnson. Particulars forthcoming. North Carolina State penalty assessed to number 11, Reese Johnson. 2 minutes for illegal hand to the face mask. Time of the penalty, 6 minutes 42 seconds in the third period. Johnson, 2 for an illegal hand to the face mask at 6:42. Scoring update on North Carolina State's third goal. Credit a secondary assist to number 21, Joey Gouveia. So the summary now reads, Payne from Johnson and Gouveia at 6:20. .30 seconds left on this man advantage for the Blue Hens. 11:43 remaining in the hockey game. Ice Pack with a 3-2 lead over Delaware here in Gold Arena in the first half of their weekend set, which will resume tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. Weeks to Moore. He splits defenders, generates the breakaway. Didn't have the angle he'd hoped for on the shot. Roberts met him right there at the edge of the doorstep. Weeks hassled by Finch, driven back deep into his own zone, could not connect with Vecchio on the breakout pass. Turnover and a shot from Gouveia, held on to by Snellenberg for a pause in play with 10 minutes and 49 seconds to go in regulation. North Carolina State turning up the heat on Delaware. They lead 3-2. Hens clear off their D-zone draw. Low. Cross-lot feed, couldn't find Infanger. Infanger hauled to the far corner, trying to stick handle through traffic. He leaves us to Noah Goose. He tried to launch the puck in from center. Shot was blocked. Here's Prasma one-on-one against Burke. Trying to slow him up, crashing the net. For the shot was Gifford, and Snellenberg comes up with a key save for the Blue Hens with 10 minutes and 18 seconds to go. So after a bit of a slow first period for the Ice Pack, looks like they've shaken off the bus legs, and they're peppering Snellenberg with vulcanized rubber. 12 shots in the second period, 8 more here in the third. And now they've tilted the Gold Arena ice squarely in their favor on the strength of 2 third period tallies. Face off to Snellenberg's left. Puck is down off the hand of Chauvin. Quick release shot off the draw. Snellenberg with the quick reaction for save number 26. Gilmore leaves this to Dahlin at the left point. Thrown in low again. Around it goes to Patterson from below the goal in the far corner. Langston surveys his options. He's double teamed. Swarmed by the pair of Gott and Boyd. Rather, that was Warner dropping back into the slot. Gilmore, cross-lot feed, Dahlin from distance. Snellenberg squares for the save. Play is halted, and we've got some words between Panapresso and the Ice Pack's Ben Patterson. Linesperson Nick Valerio there to intervene and there to reset the Delaware net behind Snellenberg. 9:40 to go, and the face-off comes to Snelly's right. DeBolt and Gouveia converge. Puck was played behind the net to the far half wall. Gouveia overskates it. DeBolt got stick on puck. Tracy feeds it to DeBolt up the right dots. Mini 2-on-1. Good shot, better save from Roberts to direct the puck to the far corner. Nobody home for the rebound chance from that angle. Boyd and Johnson scrap near side. Puck was gone a good 30 feet, and Johnson just launched himself at Boyd. Meanwhile, at the other end of the rink, Delaware's Mason Moore tried to center the puck. He turned it over. Here's Gouveia coming back for the Ice Pack in a 3-on-3. Gouveia slowed up by Weeks, bodied into the near corner board, separated from the puck. Mason Moore picks it up. He floats it across off the far dashers toward Vecchio, who bobbled. Mahoney recovered. Everybody staying on side. Boyd, under pressure from Labrizzi, dumps the puck in up the near wall. Hens are going to get a power play. Trip coming up with 8:26 to go. Sun sent off for tripping. And this Delaware Sports Medicine power play begins right now. North Carolina State penalty assessed to number 3, Kyler Sun. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 11 minutes, 34 seconds. In the third period, Sun 2 for tripping at 11:34. Bajsadecki tries to steamroll his way to the low slot, but was stood up by a sea of black sweaters. The other 29, Holden Kaufman, wrestles the puck free, and he sends it clear. Bajsadecki is on together with Gott, Warner, Diaz, and DeBolt. DeBolt gains the zone, turns and flips the puck to Bajsadecki at the left point. Across the line to Warner this goes. Second power play unit on for the Hens right now. Inside 8 minutes to go. They've got 1 to go to tie. This is offside. Warner right at center. Struggled to maintain control of the puck. It drew back over the blue line, and as he went on to regain, the whistle of Nick Valerio sounded. 50 seconds to go on this man advantage for the Blue Hens. Crunch time for them as they trail 3-2, just above the 7-minute mark remaining in the third period. Another clear from the ice pack, and Thomas Weeks. Point leading defenseman on this team with 3 goals and 4 assists coming into tonight. Sets up shop in the attacking zone from behind his own goal. Mahoney to Weeks. Back out of the Delaware end. Cross ice feed. Leads to a zone entry facilitated by Finn Boyd. Vecchio winds up. Shot off the backboards from the top of the left circle. Ice pack back to full strength. 6:20 to go in regulation. And they lead Delaware 3-2 in their first of 4 meetings this year. Moore trying to go top shelf. Only found the glove of Ethan Roberts, who recorded his 29th save of the night. And we'll get fresh legs from both sides on with 6:11 to go. Back at it tomorrow, 2:30, airtime 2:15 here on the Delaware Hockey Network. And we certainly hope to see you again. For some Sunday afternoon hockey here in the First State. Gifford could not connect with Prasma crossing the Delaware blue line. DeBolt slowed up at center by Gifford, turned the puck over, and the ice pack dumped back into the Delaware end. Inside 6 minutes to go. Ice pack 3, Blue Hens 2. Tracy could not push free up the left wall. The shot from Reedy was high and wide, and we've got a man down in the neutral zone with 5:17 to go. We're going to take a quick timeout.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With over 10 years of treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. With clinics in Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Jake Lapani took one heck of a tumble just above the blue line. This looks like he got his bell rung a little bit. Back up on his feet, and play's going to resume just above the Delaware blue line with 5 minutes and 17 seconds to go in regulation. Ice Pack trying to protect a 3-2 lead over Delaware. In the Ice Pack come Payne, led to Ammons for the re-entry. Ammons tied up in the far corner by Keller. To his aid came Reedy. Got the puck away by Sadecki. Stonewall just beyond center by the back-checking Eric Dahlin. Burke recovers for the Hens. He could not get past Kaufman at center. Dahlin launches the puck off the far corner boards and pins the Hens deeper in their own zone. We're inside the final 5 minutes of this back and forth, fast and furious rock'em sock'em hockey game. Man, we were in for a treat on this Saturday night, and the getting's just getting good. Keller, Burke, around the horn, by Sadecki, into the rafters, out of play. 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Another defensive zone faceoff awaiting the Blue Hens. Time running out before this capacity crowd. Boyd protecting in his own zone after a host of Ice Packers crashed the net. This was taken away by Sodden, a neutral ice, launched in from distance, saved by Snellenberg. Mahoney slowed up, and the counterattack for the Ice Pack is whistled offside. 3:56 remaining in regulation. Neutral zone face-off right in front of where we stand. Gouveia and DeBolt. And Chauvin to drop the puck between them as we restart. Sodden floats the puck up the near boards into the Delaware zone, where Warner left it to Panapresso. Carried on by Lowe. Lost his footing. DeBolt offering support, trying to shoot. Delayed penalty coming up. It will be against the Ice Pack, as we hear the whistle of Kyle Joseph with 3:41 to go. Once again, the turkey on the table as Librizzi heads off for a trip. If the previous Delaware Sports Medicine power play weren't crucial enough for the Blue Hens, this one certainly is. Learn more at desportsmed.com. The North Carolina State penalty was assessed to number 13, Nicholas Librizzi. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 16 minutes, 19 seconds in the third period. Librizzi, 2 for tripping at 16:19. Mahoney, touch pass. Boyd, Mahoney shot a one-timer from the top of the right circle. Beaten by the extended left leg of Ethan Roberts. Good for save number 30. Here's Boyd back through up the middle. Weeks and Moore to his right. Mahoney and Vecchio to his left. In they come together. Moore across the line. Weeks faked the one-timer. Boyd, cross-slot feed. Tried to find Thomas Weeks, but his one-timer was well off. Stick lift from Lapani. Took away Vecchio's momentum and forced the Hens to reset. Mahoney's back in. Quick release shot from the dot. Steered wide. Cam Smith with the defensive pressure there. And the Hens forced back to center ice to regroup again. Boyd nearly stripped of the puck by Kaufman. Walking back in is Mahoney with 2:15 to go. And another stoppage. Too many players on the ice. Looks to be the call. Blue Hens caught in the midst of a messy change. We're going to be 4-on-4, it seems. Yep, too many players on the ice against Delaware. This at 17:43. So 36 seconds of 4-on-4 action. The Delaware penalty, bench minor, too many players on the ice. Time of the penalty, 17 minutes, 43 seconds in the third period. Delaware bench, too many players on the ice at 17:43. Final 1:45 of regulation. Diaz in his own zone. Up the left wing boards to Panapresso. Dipsy-doodling through traffic. He gets taken down. The fans want a call. Joseph says, no, sir, not enough. Reedy pulls back into his own zone. He feeds the puck to his right, and Holden Kaufman setting up a 2-on-2. Shot stick checked into the backboards. Panapresso chases down the rebound. It is picked up by Mahoney. Mahoney pinched to the wall by Reedy. Gain red before getting rid of the puck. Home stretch. Ammons throws the puck toward the net. By Sadecki to Mahoney. Empty net now on the Delaware side as Snellenberg breaks for the bench. The extra attacker is on. 51 to go. As Ethan Roberts holds, and Delaware is going to take their timeouts. Timeout, Delaware. Attacking zone faceoff coming up, 51 seconds to go, 34 seconds remaining on the bench minor. And that Delaware net, with all likelihood, is going to stay empty. The Delaware Hockey Network is brought to you all season long by the Law Office of Heather A. Long, our presenting partner for the 2025-26 season. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky. 412 Communications. And Delaware Sports Medicine. Sponsorship opportunities are available. To learn more, email mjr at 412communications.com. Timeout breaking up. Final 51 seconds. And play resumes with the Hens holding in their zone. Mahoney. Good effort there from Thomas Weeks to win the race to the path of the puck and force the icing. So Mahoney's on with Warner, Weeks, Bajsadecki, and Moore. 23 seconds remain on the penalty kill before a sixth attacker can come on for the Hens. Off the icing, the faceoff comes back. Another race for the puck. Bajsadecki lunges, he blocks it. But the puck goes in off the rebound. And an empty net goal for Jack Ammons with all likelihood. Will put a bow on this contest. So Bajsadecki with the block. Ammons with the finishing blow. An empty net power play goal to give the Ice Pack a little bit of breathing room at 19:31. North Carolina State goal, his second of the season, scored by number 19, Jack Ammons. Time of the unassisted power play goal, 19 minutes, 31 seconds in the third period. Ammons is second unassisted at 19:31. The final seconds of the game tick away. And the Ice Pack take leg one of this weekend series. Tonight's final score, North Carolina State Ice Pack 4, Delaware Blue Hens 2. Final shots on goal, North Carolina State 32, Delaware 32. Fans, it's time for the Sid's Barbecue and Jerky 3 stars of the game. Tonight's third star, with 30 saves for North Carolina State, number 42, Ethan Roberts. The number 2 star, with one of Delaware's 2 goals, number 77, Liam Gott. And the number 1 star of the game, with a goal and an assist for North Carolina State, number 29, Holden Kaufman. That will do it for us here from Gold Arena on this Saturday evening. We are back at it on Sunday. Game time, 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. This has been a copyrighted production of 412 Communications, all rights reserved. Once again, tonight's final score, North Carolina State Ice Pack 4, Delaware Blue Hens 2. For the entire crew, for the production assistant, Statman Eli Swope, for assistant producer and videographer Trey Wright, for Mo, for Broadway Joe, for everybody behind the scenes, James Witherite saying thank you for your company. Ice Pack 4, Blue Hens 2. We'll do it again tomorrow at 2:30 right here on the Delaware Hockey Network, brought to you by Heather A. Long. Good night.